There we go. Now we are back. We are live this Friday afternoon. Great to see all of our students and members alike, including John inside our chat board. But all of us right now, Mark, Lewis, Andrea, Jorge, and all of us just otherwise. Great to see us back inside the Cyber Group room. Great to have us back on social, though. If you're joining us here this Friday afternoon, end of the week, great to have you back there as well on YouTube, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, etc. Beautiful market day. Actually, right now, I normally have the SPY on the top left of my platform. So actually, let me show that. AMD is one of my pet projects. Has been a great trade all day today. And now, a little flat, but it's right where we want to see a stock heading into this time of the day. So great to have all of us back collectively here. SPY over 430. So I was expecting to see more of a drop off, at least by the looks of it, early this morning after the open. So great to have the rebound, but that actually leads me to kind of spin my cue a bit and say, well, hey, if we're not going to break lower towards the next historical support, looking at the SPY, that is, then I'd love to see support build from the next level up, which was originally 430. So pretty odd move to see the S&P up like 10 plus points today, full retracement all the way back up. I think I want to see support build just for a little while heading into next week before I become really bullish heading into the end of this year. A lot of folks are calling for a recession heading into 24, but I was saying from last month, I think that we're going to see a really strong melt up first and then the drop off, the big drop that we're all, expecting perhaps, but I think that we got to melt up beforehand. So love to see it, see if the SPY could hold over 430 for next week. Now, AMD, it's up like nearly 4%. I'll come back to this if I want to at the tail end. Really we'll just go right from top to bottom here, build up our watch list now. So PRZO, cheap stock, new IPO, choppy trade early in pre-market, popped up after the open, but then obviously, as you could see, a big drop off after. And, pretty surprising to see the stock make another push back up right now, actually. So where we might be a little, not to say desperate, but where we might be a little on the short side of a watch list here this afternoon, this type of pop-up right now on PRZO, I do appreciate. And I'll see if this can make another push up higher. I don't mind putting this on our main list just to begin with this type of pop back up. All right, so we keep it going here, though, just pretty quickly. So the VCNX, it's like inching up a little bit, but not looking as lively, at least so far, as the PRZO just was. SMR, this has been a great trade today. Just popped up early after the open, but a couple lines I have on my chart there, 540, then 550, both of which became pretty strong. So held over 550 just recently, grinding on up towards the high of the day now. Have no problem putting this back on our watch list right here, the SMR. And we'll keep it cruising. VTGN. BNOX. How about this for all of us inside our live trading room? Kathleen, John, Lewis, etc. Tell me what you're up to for the weekend right now as I'm perusing the percent gainers list here. Let me know if there's anything that you're doing fun, anything that's on the docket for this weekend here. I actually got to reset my time in sales. I'm gonna head over to St. Pete Pier in a little bit. Have a nice little festival first Friday every month, so that's my plan, at least immediately. Got football with the fellas on Sunday, and that's really it. GRTS, nice little pop-up earlier today, this trade. Just looking a little slow right now. It's like holding kind of near the highs, but I want to see if there's anything looking even better. Overstock, again, very flat now. It was a great trade from earlier this morning. We'd called out, but it grew really flat around the 1760 price. We were shouting it out from earlier here, made the head fake, and then after, it took my eyes off it a little bit, but it's still looking pretty flat right now. This is not looking flat. AMC is looking really good at this point. It was a sneaky trade heading into the mid to late morning where it bounced all the way back up. But, once it did that, you're saying, okay, what's your next resistance? Well, 9. It held under 9 for a little bit and then suddenly led to the breakout higher. Even just ended up holding a higher low off of the 9 level just later on. And yeah, looking pretty strong. The stock, for as much as it got crushed from the reverse stock split, and just prior to that, it took a huge hit heading into August. But then they had the reverse stock split that happened, and it dropped off even more. So we were waiting for a potential squeeze on AMC. Hey, not as if we were holding our breath waiting for it, across the last month, but just point being like, hey, if it's up a little bit on the gainer side one morning in pre-market, Well, hey, let's at least follow it from that point. Do we continue to see higher lows? Does it end up making a breakout later on? So, really, all throughout this entire week, we've been on top of AMC, and just good to see it still pushing up higher now. GameStop, not really looking that great there with it, just kind of going hand in hand with each other there. So, AMC, I'll definitely be more likely to follow. I feel like Fausto is going to hand me my pink slip later, my firing letter here later if I don't put Boyle on our watch list for this afternoon, right? Hey, how about this? Year 10 loading up for myself right now. October 6th, 2014 was day one. But yeah, Boyle, I'm joking when I say that, but Boyle definitely we're going to put on our watch list here. Fausto's not going to fire me, but definitely want to put this on our watch list here for the afternoon. Phenomenal trade from earlier on today. Now, hey, if this is too expensive for you, if this is too thin on the order book for you, that's okay. You got UNG, which is another natural gas fund, and much cheaper, more liquid. It moves pretty similar in terms of the overall pattern movement as the Boyle trade. So I'll put both on there, the Boyle and the UNG. And Steve H making some money on CWEN earlier today, just energy company. It's looking a little flat right now. Nice day, though, from it. Mara, Riot, up percentage-wise. They're not making like that great run up higher right now. I mean, they're at the highs, but normally these blockchain stocks don't make good afternoon moves. So, yeah, if you made some money on the morning session there, the bounce, the run up, I mean, there were a bunch of things that ran with the market today. So I'm not really upset that I missed out on this personally. I think there's going to be a lot more time for Mara over the next few weeks here, next few months. All right, LAAC. This is the lithium company that broke off into two. You got LAC, and then you got LAAC. This one's looking a lot better. Spread's pretty contained right now, too. Penny spread. Ask side could be a little bit more filled in, but you know what? I like this trade here, LAAC. We got EOS here to wrap up. Familiar name over the last couple of months. Actually, it's been a pretty volatile stock, but not really looking too great here. All right, so if there's anything else, folks, looking good, let me know. SPY is now at 431. We're ripping. We're running. So, if there's anything else, name brand looking good, Tesla, Apple, NVIDIA, let me know. I don't mind poking at it here for a little bit, or anything else otherwise that looks good. Now, for anyone new here, I got to do my job. I got to go on the loser side of this watch list now. The market's soaring on the way up. I'm not expecting to find any name brand company down big today. Even this AEHR made a nice dead cat bounce and reversal a bit. You got UVXY, UVIX all down percentage-wise, obviously, with the market moving up today. Yeah, there's nothing here that stands out. Just got to go through it to do it. But otherwise, folks, hey, let me know if there's anything else looking good, up, down, left, right, more than 5%. And as I check the chat right now, let me see what you're all up to for the weekend. Bill says he's going up to the Rocky Mountain National Park on the hunt for first snow of the year. On the other side of the atmosphere, Lewis saying beach and football. There we go. All right, Bill. So from Bill to Lewis, one's going for snow, one's going for the sun. Love it. John says golfing, Georgia football, and barbecue with family and friends. Doesn't get much better than that, I feel. Mark says Thanksgiving in Canada. Hey, happy Canadian Thanksgiving. How ignorant of myself. From Mark, Leda, Andrea, and probably a slew more of students. We actually have a ton of students up north, just in various provinces or areas of Canada. So happy Canadian Thanksgiving, might I say, to all of us up there. Grant says, working on the new house, going to Pennsylvania, big woods to see some leaves. There you go. Similar, says Jorge or George, saying hiking in the Ruby Mountains. Gary's got a car rally to New York. To New York, he says. Gary, where are you driving from? And in the meantime, got a couple shouts right now on NVAX, right? A couple of us wrote NVAX earlier, Steve and John. Yeah, I forgot about NVAX here. Pushing up pretty nicely right now. Definitely add this to our watch list. Good call in between. Gary going from Toronto to New York. There we go. I don't think that's too big of a drive when I kind of think about it, but I guess it depends what part of New York, perhaps. So hopefully a lovely drive either way, Gary. Jeff says winterizing pool, stacking firewood. Danny says smoky minutes to view trees. Oh, Smoky Mountains to view the trees, he says. There you go. Nice. Looks like a lot of us up to some exciting stuff this weekend. And Vincent on Facebook saying watching the MLB playoffs. 315 strong. I'll tell you what, I'm from New York, but I currently live in Florida, Pinellas County, and yeah, the Rays got beat up this week, so they're out of it. Would have been fun to at least drop down around Ferg's Sports Bar, right? All right. Well, hey, folks, either way, whether you're inside our trading room right now or not, hope you have a great weekend. Best of luck trading heading into the next 65, 75 minutes of this day. Leda has our Friday riddle, at least inside our main chat board. So if you're Vincent or any of us on social media, if you wanted to catch our weekly Friday riddle, one of our longtime students, Leda, has it good to go. She'll be typing it out in just a little bit. But hey, scan that QR code on the top left of the stream. Get you access to our live trading room. We look forward to seeing you there. Gary says heading to Florida for the money show in a couple of weeks. There you go, Gary. Very nice. I have to check in with Fausto to see if he's doing that one. I don't want to say yes if he's not. So I have to double check with him on that, and he'll likely give you the heads up officially come Monday, Gary. But hey, for all of us otherwise, best of luck trading going into the market close. Rich will be on the mic at 3 o'clock. Talk to you all soon.